So now, the next section of this book is the kitchen.
La siguiente sección en el libro es la cocina.
So, they're probably giving the standard for the temple.
Están dando probablemente el estándar del templo.
So at home you have to make some compromises.
En casa tienes que hacer ciertos, comprometerte un poco.
But you should make as few compromises as possible.
Pero hay que hacer los menos compromisos.
See, the thing is, when you want to live a Brahminical life,
Porque cuando quieres vivir una vida brahmínica,
and you're raised in the West,
y fuiste creado en el occidente,
it seems like so many of the rules are just botherations.
parece que muchas de las reglas simplemente son molestas.
You know, you got to wear clean, you got to wash your clothes and they're not even dirty.
Tienes que lavar tu ropa y ni siquiera está sucia.
You know, you should wash your feet before you eat, and your hands, and your mouth.
Debes lavar tus pies, tus manos y tu boca antes de comer.
Take my socks off, go in, wash my feet.
Quitarme los calcetines, luego ir, lavarme los pies.
Too much trouble.
Muchos problemas.
Say Achman, you know, all the time before you do something.
Decir el Ashman antes de hacer cualquier cosa.
So these are standards of purity,
Estos son estándares de pureza.
as we said. Not always standards of cleanliness.
No siempre estándares de limpieza.
So just like if you're cooking
Como si están cocinando
and you sneeze,
y estornudan,
from what's in the body comes outside of the body.
de lo que está dentro del cuerpo sale.
And when it's in the body and comes outside, you become
Y
contaminated.
cuando sale esto del cuerpo te vuelves
So you wash your hands.
Entonces te tienes que lavar las manos.
Yes?
¿Sí?
Or you accidentally put your hand in your mouth,
O si accidentalmente pones tu mano
or your nose or your ears. You wash it.
o en tu-
That's
tu
if you're cooking for the
nariz,
deities,
o tus oídos.
That's
Esto
what you
pasa
would
si
do.
Estás cocinando para la deidad.
right? So we don't normally do that,
No hacemos esto normalmente.
do we?
¿O sí?
Bhakti Vidyapurna Swami said something really funny, and I guess it's true. He didn't say it wasn't. He said, I don't know, maybe it was the time of Napoleon or something. They
A lo
had
mejor en los tiempos de Napoleón.
on their military uniforms, they had all kinds of buttons on the bottom. Do they still have that?
Los uniformes tienen botones.
Yes?
Yes.
Yes, buttons. And he said, you know why they put the buttons there?
Y sí dijo,
So the guys wouldn't go like this. They're all going, blowing their nose on their...
para que se limpiaran la nariz en su
blowing their nose on their, you know, these... So they put the buttons there so they wouldn't blow their nose.
Y ponían los botones ahí para
And
que
their
no
beautiful uniforms.
se limpiaran la nariz con su manga.
So Brahmins wouldn't do that.
Los brahmanes no
They know how to be clean, but you know, we weren't raised as Brahmins. So.
Estamos siendo criados como brahmanes.
So now we're going to go into the kitchen.
Y vamos a ver ahora la cocina.
The kitchen is an extension of the altar,
La cocina es una extensión del altar,
because whatever's cooked there is for the deities.
porque lo que sea que se cocina ahí es para las deidades.
So in the kitchen, on the altar.
Entonces,
Similar,
el altar y la cocina son similares.
right? It's only for Krishna.
Es solo para Krishna.
So when you go in the kitchen,
Entonces, cuando van a la
you're clean,
cocina, estás
you're
limpio,
respectful.
eres respetuoso.
When the deities are formally installed, as in the temple,
Las deidades en el templo, formalmente,
there's a very high standard. I said this, and concession made at home. Like some homes, you have like a table. It's kind of in your kitchen, so you're kind of eating in your kitchen.
tienes una mesa y
Something like that
estás comiendo
in your house here. So what can you do?
Estás comiendo en la cocina,
But you don't eat in Krishna's kitchen.
pero tú
No.
no comes en la cocina de Krishna.
Okay. Only clean, uncontaminated clothes must be worn in the kitchen.
Se debe usar ropa que no esté contaminada y limpia.
Clothes that have been worn outside,
Ropa que no ha sido
that's
usada
hard to
fuera.
follow. In some ashrams you have to walk outside, but as far as possible.
Y en algunos ashram tienes que salir, pero tanto como sea posible.
Fingernails should be clean and clipped.
Las uñas deben estar cortadas y limpias.
Hands must be washed upon entering the kitchen.
Las manos deben de estar limpias antes de entrar a la cocina.
Now, I don't know if you have this standard,
No sé si tienen este
but the
estándar,
standard we were trained with
pero
was that,
el estándar con el que nos entrenaron
of course, you come in the kitchen and you
es
wash your hands.
antes de entrar a la
And
cocina,
if you,
te lavas las manos.
you know, if by chance, let's say, something falls on the ground,
Y si llega a pasar de que algo secará en el piso.
Then you'll pick it up
Entonces lo recoges,
and you'll wash it.
lo lavas
And you'll wash your hands because you touched something on the ground.
y te lavas las manos porque tocaste algo en el piso.
Then our standard was, I don't know if you do this,
Nuestro estándar
whenever we would get a pot or a spoon,
que teníamos una cuchara,
even though it's perfectly clean,
aunque estuviera perfectamente
we would
limpia,
rinse it off. You do that here?
tantita agua.
Yeah, yeah. So you get a spoon, you rinse it off, get a pot to make sure it's
Agarras
clean
una
because it's
olla,
been sitting
una
around.
cuchara y te aseguras
Yes?
que esté limpia, no nada más le das una enjuagada.
That's high standard of cleanliness.
Es un estándar elevado de
Prabhupada said we should be revolutionary clean.
que debemos ser revolucionalmente limpios.
And Prabhupada established,
Y
first
Prabhupada estableció,
established deity worship.
primero estableció la adoración a la deidad.
And then he gave some rules, but he didn't give much. And then they said, are there more rules?
Y luego dijo,
And,
luego dio más
and there are
reglas.
many, many, many rules. We don't even follow all of them.
Y hay muchas reglas y ni siquiera seguimos todas.
And Prabhupada said, if I gave you all the rules, you would faint.
Dijo, si les diera todas las reglas, desmayarían.
But see, as you become more Brahminical, you like the rules because they fit with your consciousness,
Te gustan más las reglas,
Brahminical
porque
consciousness.
encaja con tu-
But if you're coming out of the material world and
Pero si sales del mundo material,
all these rules, put water here, then touch this, then put water, then throw water this way, and then go wash your hands.
lavarte las manos,
Now go take another shower, come back.
ve a tomar otro baño, regresa.
One should not rinse one's mouth in the kitchen sink.
Uno no debe enjuagarse la boca en el lavadero
The
de
mouth
la
is
cocina.
the mouth is dirty,
La boca está sucia,
so rinsing the mouth is for the bathroom.
así que enjuagarse la boca es en el baño. Para enjuagarse la boca es en el baño.
The deity plates
Los
should be
platos
kept separately,
se deben de mantenerse
washed
separados
separately.
y ser lavados
And you have
separados.
separate rags. You wash your pots one place, you wash your deity
Tú lavas tus
plates in
platos
another
en
place.
un
So,
lugar y los
as I was saying
demás
yesterday or
como
whenever,
estaba haciendo ayer.
you have ideally, if you have one sink that's divided into two, then one part is for the deities,
Lavabo que está dividido
and one
en dos,
part is
una parte es para la deidad
for your stuff.
y otra para sus cosas.
And you have separate cloths for cleaning your plates than you have for the deity
Y tienes,
plates and
trapos
the
separados
pots.
para limpiar los platos de la deidad y los tuyos.
Yes?
¿Sí?
Because your plates means your mouth.
Porque tu plato significa tu boca.
And until we have spiritual bodies,
Y hasta que no tengamos cuerpos espirituales,
our mouths are not clean.
nuestras bocas no son limpias.
Okay. If you're sick, infectious disease, don't work in the kitchen because
Si están enfermos,
everyone will get it.
tienen un problema, no vayan a la cocina porque todos se van a contagiar si es contagiosa la enfermedad.
If one touches the floor,
Si alguien toca el piso
or the dustbin,
o el recogedor
or the lower part of one's body, that's a new one for me,
o la parte más baja del cuerpo de uno,
one should wash one's hands.
debe de lavarse las manos.
I think they mean the feet because naturally your hands are down, you'll touch your legs.
Creo que
So I think they mean the feet.
Creo que se refieren a los pies.
Lower part means ankles down, probably.
O la parte de abajo significa de los tobillos hacia abajo, probablemente.
No unnecessary talking in the kitchen.
No se debe hablar innecesariamente.
Prabhupada didn't talk when he cooked.
Prabhupada no hablaba cuando cocinaba.
Only what was related to cooking.
Solo lo referente a la cocina.
The cooking platform,
La plataforma de la cocina,
stove, sink should be cleaned
el
up
lavabo,
before and
el
after
horno,
cooking.
se deben de lavar antes y después.
What have we been saying lately?
¿Qué hemos dicho últimamente?
A Brahmin leaves a place
Recientemente, perdón, que un brahman deja un plato
cleaner than he found it.
más limpio de como lo dejó.
Just like they say,
Perdón, un lugar,
there's a saying,
un lugar más limpio de
people should leave you better than when they first met you.
que las personas deben dejarte y sentirse mejor de lo que se sentían antes.
So If we're Brahmins,
Si somos brahmanes,
we should leave a place cleaner than we found it.
debemos de dejar un lugar más limpio de como lo.
But often the Hare Krishna Brahmins
Pero frecuentemente los brahmanes
are very good at doing the opposite,
son muy buenos en hacer lo opuesto,
as we almost did yesterday at the program.
como casi hicimos ayer.
Until the head Brahmin said, "Oh Brahmins,
Hasta
please
que,
clean the place."
hasta que el brahman líder dijo, vamos a Brahma, vamos a limpiar el lugar.
As Prabhupada would see things that were
Prabhupada
wrong, or he'd see things that were dirty,
que estaban sucios,
and then he would point it out to his managers.
y lo apuntaba a los que se encargaban de eso,
And then he would say,
y luego decían
"Am I the only one who has eyes?"
que soy el único que tiene ojos.
So yesterday there was a Coca-Cola can
Ayer había una lata de Coca-Cola,
and some cups lying around and
y unos
pieces of
vasos
paper,
ahí, pedazos de papel,
and all the blind Brahmins were ready to leave.
y todos los brahmanes ciegos estaban listos para irse.
Until the only Brahmin who had eyes said, "Look it, we're leaving this place
Hasta
dirty."
que el único brahma que tenía ojos dijo, miren, estamos dejando este lugar sucio,
We need to clean it.
necesitamos limpiarlo.
One must not enter the kitchen straight after using the toilet unless one has taken a bath.
Uno no debe meterse luego a la cocina después de ir al baño, a menos que uno haya tomado.
Now we have a notice here. It says, very important.
Que dice, muy importante.
Everybody sit up straight. Pay attention.
Siéntense
Listen.
derechos,
This is very
pongan
important.
atención, y
How
escuchen.
important is it?
Importante.
Very important. Devotees must be absolutely careful
Los devotos deben de tener mucho cuidado
that no hair falls in,
de que ningún
and
cabello
no hair falls in and contaminates
que
the
nada de
offerings.
cabello contamine
So, yeah, in some cities,
en algunas ciudades.
you know, our kitchens have to be approved by the health department, so they make everybody wear something over their head. And some temples also, the women will. I don't think the men have to, if they're shaved up, but the women, so the hair doesn't fall. Have you ever tasted Mahaprasadam and there was a hair in it? I have. About a month ago I did. A pakora, I think it was a pakora with a hair in it, at no additional cost.
Sin costo adicional.
Not only do you get the cauliflower, you also get hair.
No solo tienes la coliflor,
It's a special bonus.
también pelo es un bonus especial. Sangre extra.
Mahaprasad should not be eaten directly from the deity's plate.
Mahaprasad no se debe comer directamente del plato de la deidad.
So before you take Mahaprasadam,
Antes de tomar Mahaprasad,
you take it off the deity's plate.
lo toman del plato de la deidad.
Now, what we shouldn't do, and I think you're doing here,
Y
is
lo
you're
que
taking the
debemos
maha
hacer-
and then you're mixing it with everything else. Because
lo que debemos hacer es
but what you
tomarlo
do
y
is you
mezclarlo con todo.
take the maha.
Y no,
You don't like,
perdón,
okay,
mezclarlo
we're
con
having
todo.
fruits. The last 2 days we had enchiladas and fruit salad for breakfast.
Los últimos 2 días hemos tenido enchiladas.
We had Vainarati's killer enchiladas.
Tenemos las enchiladas matadoras de Vainarati.
Fortunately, nobody died.
Afortunadamente nadie ha muerto.
Actually, I had, how many did I eat? 4 or 5?
¿Cuántas
I had 5. Yes, I had 5. Well, the day before yesterday I had 5. I think 4 yesterday. I'm still alive. Amazing. Even though they're killer, they didn't kill me. So, but I didn't see anybody come around with the maha. So what you do is, you offer it on the deity plate. Then after the offering, you have another plate and you put the maha on that plate. And then when we're serving out prasadam, we serve a little bit on each plate of the maha. Yes? Everybody gets, so that's separate.
She showed us where it to be prasadam, it has to all be mixed.
Yes. Que ella nos enseña.
Otherwise,
Where did that come from? No. You know, you always keep the maha separate.
Que para que todo fuera
so what you offer are automatically the same.
Everything. It's because it's all cooked for Krishna. And Krishna, if he wants more, he'll go in the kitchen and eat more. Plus, you know, if Krishna's satisfied with whatever, a little bit. You give. What?
I never understood it because when they say maha, oh, this is offered to the deities. I would think, isn't it all offered?
It's all offered, but that's on the maha is on the deity plate. So that's always kept separate. That's why they say, you know, here's some maha prasadam. That means it was on the deity plate. Generally. Of course, sometimes now in our movement, if what the devotees are eating is different than what the deities are eating, then we'll consider everything the deities are eating as maha. Tell the dogs to control their senses. Give them a Bhagavad Gita class. Tell them to be gentle, tolerant, equipoised, balanced. And then, until the deity plates are clean, you don't eat. They have to be clean first. And then you serve the devotees. Yeah. Okay? Okay, that ends that section. So let's see if anyone has any questions out there. So Achintya is asking where I'm reading from. I went online and I googled Vaishnava etiquette, and this came up from Chaupati, I believe. I might have had it on my computer actually, but I think I got it. Pretty sure I downloaded it. Vaishnava etiquette, but the devotees in Chaupati made. So, disclaimer. This was for their temple. Their temples in India, standards might be a little more strict in India. So take that in consideration. That was their whole Vaishnava etiquette class. Wow. There's a lot more than that. Now they have an appendix of mantras. And they show you how to pay obeisances and not to pay obeisances. When you pay obeisances, you hold your hands together like this. Most devotees don't know that. But it symbolizes you're grabbing the lotus feet. So you're paying obeisances to your guru or Prabhupada, and you're holding your hands together like this. Yeah, that means you're holding their lotus feet. So, you won't go to hell if you don't do that. But that's just a tradition. I don't know if all devotees know that. Cool. Now there's a controversy. And all the ladies that are listening to my classes, they love controversy. So let's get juicy now. No, the ladies the women who are listening on Krishna.com. Maybe not all of them, but some of them like controversy. Okay, here's the controversy. This section is about pranams, paying obeisances. So it says, in the Hari Bhakti Vilas, it tells you how to offer dandavat, pranam. Pranam means obeisances. Danda means, who knows what danda means? Danda means stick. But when we say dandavat, dandavat means like a stick. Means I fall down like a stick. So when you say dandavat, meaning thank you, or obeisances, it means I'm,
Gracias o reverencia.
thank you, I'm falling down.
Que me estoy cayendo.
So in Hindi, dandavat
En
means thank you.
significa gracias.
Thank you.
Gracias.
Touching your feet, I'm falling down. Something like that.
Que me estoy cayendo.
So physically, dandavat means when you bow down.
Físicamente, significa cuando das tus reverencias.
So here it's describing 8 angas.
Aquí está describiendo 8 angas.
Means 8 parts of your body.
8 partes de su cuerpo.
Now, that when you lay flat. Now,
Cuando se postra en este plano.
something new entered ISKCON. I don't know when and where, but when we chant the Prema Dhvani prayers, Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa Purivrad Acharya Ashtotara Satasri Srimad, His Divine Grace. AC stands for Abhay Charan Bhaktivedanta Swami. That was Prabhupada's initiated name, Abhay Charan. Abhay Charan Aravinda. Yes. Aravinda. Abhay Charan Aravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. That's called Prema Dhvani. And we all chant all these prayers. And then devotees bow down. Right? Not full dandavat. Now, what you don't know, and you're going to know now, is that in the Gaudiya Math, when they chant those prayers, nobody bows down. They're just looking at the deities, and then they bow down when the prayers are finished. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramhans. So everybody's looking at the deity. So I could be wrong, but I have a theory. Is that the devotees had this ecstatic kirtan, and Prabhupada said, Jai Om Vishnupad, and it just shook them and they all just bowed down. Now we have to ask some of the early devotees if that's true. If Mahatma's theory is true. Because if they don't bow down in the Gaudiya Math, that means Prabhupada wouldn't have told them. I don't think he would have told them to bow down. I think they just did it. You know, sometimes you just bow down. You just feel like it. Sometimes someone would see Prabhupada and they don't even know anything and they would just bow down. So now, at least in India, then we say Jai Om Vishnupad and there's full dandavats, right? So the problem is, I'm nothing against full dandavats, but you have these crowded temple rooms. And full dandavat means you occupy more than twice the space you would in a normal basis. And you're trying to walk around, and there's no space to walk, and everyone's full dandavats. I tell the authorities, why don't you make an announcement, no full dandavats, because there's no space in the temple. Imagine we had 20 people here, and Jai Om, everybody's full dandavats. Just like and one of you had to go do some service, you couldn't even get out. Anyway, that's my theory. Anyway, that was it was not done during Prabhupada's time. So somebody got more. My next theory is they got really inspired and they went full dandavats. So dandavat means you're offering your body, your mind, your soul to Krishna, to your Guru, to Prabhupada. Dandavats. Right? It's not like, hey, everybody look at me. I offer good dandavats. Okay. The 8 angas are your feet, knees, chest, hands, head, sight, mind, and words. Wow, nice. Prabhupada said when you pay obeisances, you should say them out loud. So it's being confirmed here. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya. You say the pranams to your Guru, to Prabhupada, out loud when you pay dandavats, when you pay obeisances. And you're surrendering your body, mind, soul.
Y están entregando su cuerpo, su mente y su alma.
And any other prayer you want to offer.
Y también cualquier otro rezo que puedan.
Sometimes you see devotees, they'll pay obeisances for like a minute. Because they're offering other prayers. Yes?
Is it true that it's an offense if you don't say anything when you pay obeisance?
Es verdad que es una ofensa
Yeah.
si no dices
I don't know if
nada.
it's offense, but Prabhupada said it should be said
Que
out
no
loud.
sabes si eso no es una
Maybe you're
ofensa,
rushing in and out of the temple, so then you have to
pero pues
run
si
in and get
tienes
something, then
prisa para-
run out.
que
You
sí
know,
lo deben hacer,
in
pero
some
si
rare
tienen
occasion that may be,
prisa,
but normally
lo hacen rápido, está bien.
you always, you know.
Pero
We're late for a program, and
si
so you run in here and you
llegas
just,
tarde y están corriendo,
Jai Prabhupada, get something, Jai
ya no
Prabhupada.
agarran algo y ya se van.
You know. How come you missed your plane from it? Those obeisances.
¿Por qué
I
perdiste
I
la
forgot
fiesta?
something in it, 4 minutes of obeisances. I was 4 minutes late.
Tenía que obtener algo, agarrar algo prestado, no me reverencia.
Your hand should be extended in front of your head, not next to your head.
Que sus manos
So-
se deben extender enfrente de ustedes, no al lado.
So, funny story.
Una historia
We were telling you that in the old days we would do
estaban
kirtan
diciendo que al inicio de los
very late at night,
estábamos haciendo kirtan
especially on the
muy
weekends.
noche, especialmente durante las
Sometimes we'd come back like 1 in the morning.
A veces regresábamos a la 1 de la mañana,
Come in the temple,
llegábamos al templo
pay dandavats.
y dábamos nuestros dandavats
That was it.
y eso era todo.
Namo Vishnu. Because we weren't sleeping enough. Only 4 or 5 hours most,
Porque
at the
solo
most.
dormían 4 o 5
Come back late at night,
y
dandavats.
entonces llegaba noche y daban sus dandavats.
I was so tired when I was a new devotee
Estaba tan cansado cuando era un
that
devoto.
every time we paid dandavats, it was my chance to like get 5 seconds of sleep. I would just go to sleep. I was so tired. Serious. I look forward to dandavats.
Yo esperaba con ansiedad
Yeah. See Mahatma doing dandavats. He's really serious. He's been down there for like 5 minutes. Then you have the other one called Panchanga.
Luego tienes lo otro que es el panchanga.
That's, you're not doing full dandavat, but you
Eso
do like the baby pose.
es
Half.
como la
And that
de bebé, no
is
son
your
los
knees,
completos.
your arms, your head,
Son su
your intellect, and your
cabeza,
words.
sus
Your
brazos,
chest
su
is not on the
pecho.
ground.
Su pecho no está en el piso.
It is an offense to offer obeisances with only one hand.
Es ofensivo dar reverencias con una mano,
Like you're holding something.
como si estás agarrando algo.
And you will go to hell for 1,000,000 lifetimes.
El infierno por miles de vidas.
I'm only kidding.
Solo estoy bromeando.
Only 999,999.
No, 390.
We make so many mistakes. And
Cometemos muchos errores.
Prabhupada he wasn't enforcing these things, but he knew we would learn.
Y Prabhupada no estaba reforzando todo esto, pero él sabía que íbamos a aprender.
You know, like your obeisances like this. You hold your bead bag in your hands. Don't you? So
Reverencia
you have to hold your bead bag like this or put it like this.
ponla mejor atrás.
Something. Or put it down, then offer obeisances.
O bájala.
Okay, here comes the controversy, ladies.
Así que controversia.
Juicy controversy. Men may perform either type of pranam, but women traditionally perform only panchanga pranam.
Que los hombres pueden llevar a cabo cualquier tipo de pranam, pero las mujeres solo el panchanga, los brahmanes panchanga.
Is that true?
¿Eso es verdad?
Are they not allowed to perform full dandavats?
¿No se les permite dar sus dandavats completos?
Well, we have a story
Bueno, tenemos
where
una historia
Prabhupada
donde
was
Prabhupada
initiating. Is
estaba
that?
iniciando.
Was it Urmila, her initiation?
God sister, I don't know.
God sister. And she prayed, the God sister
Y su
offered
hermana,
panchanga, and Prabhupada said offer full dandavats.
ajá, ella estaba dando sus panchangas.
Prabhupada told her to
pero
go
Prabhupada
full.
le dijo que fuera completo, o sea, que sus
So,
dandavats.
ladies, if you want to start a revolution in
Así
ISKCON
que si quieren empezar una revolución
with big signs and say,
con grandes
we
actos,
deserve more than panchanga pranam.
merecemos más
We want equal rights. Prabhupada allowed it. Now, since Prabhupada allowed it, then you can do it at least at home, because if you do it in ISKCON, someone may hit you on the head with a stick. Some very nice devotee. No, I'm only kidding. They won't hit you with a stick, but they'll hit you with something. They'll hit you with some words. Say, Mataji, don't do that. So, but you could do it at home, since it's bona fide. Prabhupada ordered it. In the Sri Ranga temple, there's embedded in the cement is a picture or a form of a woman paying full dandavats. You see this in different places in India, women doing full dandavats. And also you see in dandavat prakrams being done by women, isn't it? In Govardhan, I believe. So now, the natural question is, Mahatma Prabhu, if Prabhupada told her to do full dandavat pranams, why is it not allowed in ISKCON? Don't ask why, because I don't know. I have no idea. But I can assume that somewhere in some shastra it says that, not assume, that I've been told, that a woman's chest should not touch the earth. Not auspicious or something. I don't know. I think that's the explanation. But apparently it's not universally accepted amongst Gaudiya Vaishnavism in all parts. Or Hinduism in general. But the thing is that when you're a part of an organization, even if something is right or it's not wrong, if you do it, even if it's not wrong, but it's not considered proper within the organization, you get in trouble. And you have to go to the principal's office. Why did you do that? Yes, yes. Carmina, you know about the principal's office? When the student misbehaves, and the teacher can't handle it, they go to the principal's office. And Carmina gets to deal with it. So when the women misbehave, in ISKCON they go to the principal's office. And they get chastised. You're a feminist.